Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Saturday, about 9 a.m. here, January 18th. Prices of BTC currently at 89.27. Okay, so I wanted to start off with the 15-minute chart and show you guys exactly what I was seeing. All right, so first things first, on the 15-minute chart, what's clearly visible is this demand structure below, right? Okay, I'm going to stretch this out all the way over here. And that demand structure is still alive and well, okay? And it hasn't really been tested other than these two times right here, 1 and 2. Actually kind of just wicked to it right there 3 times, right? But every time, if you notice, we've actually printed higher lows. So that was your first low of the test into demand, right? Second, third, and then all these are just consistent higher lows. So this to me is a very sound structure of a bullish movement to the upside, right? And so all these, $50, $100 movements that you see up and down, I'm kind of just trying to ignore that as noise. Also because, our community got into a long somewhere around 82.75, 82.80. And so we're kind of sitting pretty well in like a nice, almost $800 plus movement so far, okay? Or $700 movement so far. So what we're trying to figure out is, and what people are probably wondering is this thing going to break down? And if so, how far is it going to go? Well, in my opinion, okay, I think these higher lows are probably the most susceptible right now to raids for long squeezes. Okay, so if say in the next hour, today, tomorrow, we tank down, I could see all these areas right here, get stopped out, because there's probably a lot of people who are long right now, but they probably have their stops anywhere under these lows right here. Okay, so I could totally see how these areas are the most susceptible. I would say probably the least susceptible is the low right here below all these, all this demand right here. And definitely the most strongest area is definitely right below here, okay? So I am long right now, and my stop is actually just below this area, because just in case some, wickery happens, right? I bet all these people will get stopped out. Very unlikely that this demand structure gets broken, and then highly unlikely that this area down here gets broken. And by the way, before price even gets down here, right, I'll be able to recognize what kind of volume is coming in, what kind of price structure is being created for the downside, and I'll probably cut my trade well before it gets to my stop. Okay, but for now, all right, the point is that things are looking pretty good. Okay, the fact that we were sitting in this area, this area between 85.75 and all the way up to about 88.50, that $300 range right here, we actually broke above that. Okay, and we even tested it as support right here in this region. Okay, so what that tells me is the bulls are showing even more strength by turning key areas of resistance right here, the range highs, into another range high up here and turning that into support. Okay, now on the 1 hour time frame, like I said, those X's right here are the most susceptible areas for long squeezes. I had this descending trend line that I've been watching. Even that's been broken right now. Well, technically we have 10 more minutes to see how this 1 hour closes. Let's see here. I made this count of A, B, C, D, E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if this is really, the count, right? If this is the top of the fifth, okay, an A, B, and a C was completed in this area right here, this corrective move, okay? And then we have this larger 1, 2, and then we might be working on a 3 to the upside, okay? And that is actually part, again, if you're not someone who understands Elliott waves, there's always counts within counts, okay? So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is actually part of a larger wave count, which is this is a 1. The ABC that I told you earlier, this is a 2, okay? And a larger 3 is actually being worked on kind of like this, and this could be a 3, okay? And then the 4 could pull back like this, and then the 5 could go, sort of even higher up here, okay? So that's kind of the way I'm looking at as per Elliott wave counts. But even if you're not, an Elliotician, if you're simply just looking at my descending trend lines, if you're simply just looking at how this consolidation was broken to the upside, now we're consolidating up here again, and maybe over the next 24 hours or so, we might be breaking up to the upside. You realize that all this consolidation is actually a positive sign. We're not doing what we used to do back in, over here, all the way up until December, which is that every time we'd come up, we'd get quickly spiked back down, right? And so it's much easier to sort of short the spikes on the way up, okay? So understanding when to change your bearish bias, which we did as a community right around here, okay? We even took some long trades, up here, and actually even over in this area right here, we even took some long trades from 68, 6,900, and we sold somewhere around $7,300 or $7,400. So we've been slowly trying to, change our bias while the rest of the world is actually still bearish and they don't want to believe this rally, okay? Even if the rally is, let's just say, a fake one, right? I mean, there's still much more ceiling to the upside based on just the simple, dynamics of looking at this supply box right here, which we've just penetrated, right? But we haven't gotten rejected by it strongly. So what does that tell you? That means that the bulls are consistently trying to push prices up and up into the supply. So at the very least, right, I believe that we can get maybe even halfway into the supply around $9,300, $9,400. And then who knows, we might come back down maybe to $8,400. We might go down deeper, $7,600, or we might go to $5,000. I don't really care, okay? But for now, the structure is pretty apparent to me that, given this inverse head and shoulders, this 7 days of flag-like movement with a big breakout candle, plus another, 4 or 5 days of consolidation so far, it's kind of evident that the bulls are not willing to give up yet, okay? So having a bearish bias in this sense and trying to try to short the top it's kind of like, foolish, right? I mean, why not kind of ride the trend up, which kind of has been in place since 18th of December. Let's just say if this was the bottom, right? Since here, all we're doing is consistently creating higher low right there, higher low, okay? And we haven't had, a strong rejection anywhere to warrant a big pullback, okay? So to me, it's pretty apparent that, having a bullish bias, at least temporarily, inside this blue block of resistance of supply is at the very least my next, targets for my longs, okay? And with that, we also have other alt trades that we're trading too. Again, if you're part of the Cryptosomniac Advantage program, you would know exactly what we're trading, where exactly our target profits are, where exactly, our stops are, etc. Okay. And like I said, we're still doing the 50% discount off. So I do hope you guys come join. It's only lasting till January 30th. And this is only a one-time thing. So you cannot keep rebuying the 1 month 50% off or 3 months. So I highly suggest you kind of get the 3 months while the market is hot. Make some gains. Again, we cannot give you financial advice, but the best thing I can do is show you exactly what we're doing. And what we're doing is clearly yielding some good results as per our gains reviews right here, right? All these people are clearly seeing the advantage of being in our community. So I hope you guys come join Advantage. I hope you learn how to, maneuver in this market and stop being constantly bearish just because everyone is trying to short the top, okay? You will get shorting opportunities. There will be time to be a bear, but it is not the time right now, in my opinion, okay? That's pretty much it. I hope you guys come join Advantage membership. Shoot me a message right here, and I'll see y'all soon. All right, take care.